Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Tanks, and as I'm sure you've already seen by the title, this is a good game. It's probably going to be no secret because I've probably put it in the title, the description, posted it to you, emailed it to you, hell I've even sent it via fax to you, that I do 10,000 damage in this game. So yeah, there you go, video over, have fun. No. 10,000 damage is obviously a big threshold in World of Tanks. It's something that doesn't often happen, and only really the better players manage to actually do it. And yeah, we're gonna hit it this game, and this is actually the first time I have hit that number since 2018. I've only in my 8-year World of Tanks career, or however long I've been playing World of Tanks, I've only ever hit it 3 times. Once in the M48 pattern, once in the WZ-111 5A, and now once in the Kranvagn. So, first things first, like I said, we are in the Kranvagn. It is a full tier 10 game as well, which is actually kind of nice for me, because it's not like I'm just farming 10k damage against little stock tier 8s. I'm against tier 10s, which is quite nice. Not particularly smart tier 10s, if that Object 705A is anything to go off. We're on Ruinberg. I've come into the G1, H1 kind of position from the south spawn. Used to be an insanely strong position on the map. It has been slightly nerfed since it used to be like ridiculously strong. I think, if I just pause the video a second, I think they've adjusted the rubble slightly here. They've obviously given it a rubble on the other side. It's now, you've got windows at the back here that you didn't have before. So it's not as strong as it used to be, but it's still a relatively strong position. It's still a nice position to apply crossfire into the town. Really nice snapshot there on that 907. I did, this game, I'm not going to lie, I did have a little bit of luck. Like, it was no game of World of Tanks is entirely skill because there's RNG involved. But there was, my usual RNG kind of sat on the bench just for a little bit on this particular occasion, which is nice. Like, that shot on the 907 was a good example of that. But yeah, I'm playing in the Kranvagn, arguably one of the most broken tanks in World of Tanks at the moment. This thing, 3-shell autoloader, 440 alpha, impenetrable turret pretty much, relatively fast, really good DPM. I don't know why it has everything. Like I said, I've taken the H1 position on Ruinberg, and this game has kind of been a bit weird. We've spent the majority of our team over onto the fields, the 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0 lines, and I'm actually very much alone kind of holding the flank here. We have some guys kind of down this diagonal road in the town. The good news is, because they are down that diagonal road, nobody can cross without me knowing, because they are going to spot them if they cross. This 50B, I wasn't expecting the 50B to be there. I was expecting the Object 705 to be there. But nonetheless, we managed to finish off the 50B. I basically just traded with him because I know that I can trade 1-for-1, and I kill him with 3 shots. He bounced a shot as well, so we only took 2 for doing 3 and getting a kill in return, which is actually pretty good. But we have managed to, that 113, taking a big old hit from the Death Star, and then holy moly, there's Jaegeru right there. I managed to put 2 shots into him. First one, really clutch. Again, a little bit of luck there. Second one, nicely aimed at the lower plate. And then as I fell back, he actually chose to fire. This thing's clip reload is absolutely ridiculous. Like, it's pretty much, I think it's near enough 20 seconds, which is, it's too much. It's absolutely too much. Considering this thing gets the turret armor, the gun depression, everything like that. It needs to have less gun depression. Once again, snapping shots into the lower plate of this guy. I'm very much hold down to him. Obviously, him being able to fire heat, he's probably still got at least, if not better than a 50-50 chance of going straight through my turret. But, you know, I still had the hit points that if I would have taken one, I'd have taken one. And at this point, I'm kind of like, well, I've done 7.4k damage. It's been a really good game. I had this game on stream. It's been a really good game. And it still says that the enemy team have got 9,000 HP left. Obviously, if you scratch the Jaegeru off, because, you know, he's like right here and he has no hit points left, it's obviously still saying that the all the rest of the enemy tanks are still on full HP. However, I'm thinking in my head, as they've already, as our team sent the majority of tanks over to this side of the map, I would have thought, especially with things like 4005 at Gorilla STB getting spotted, they're going to have taken a load of damage for it. So I'm like, nah, I'm probably going to maybe get to do 8,000 damage, and that'll be it. Which is still, like I said, hell of a good game, but you never know. At that point on stream, I went, I wish someone would kill this Jaegeru, and Artie went, okay then, I will do that. And yeah, now it was just a case of this is what has to happen for you to have like exceptional games in World of Tanks. We're talking like 8K plus. You have to go to a side of the map, and there has to be not a lot of your team there so that you can pick up the majority of the damage, but just enough that the enemy team doesn't push and completely overrun you. You also have to have a good enough team that they don't just all die instantly, but not too good of a team that they're too good that they push out. First thing spotted, STB, and he is actually still on full health, and I was like, ooh, might actually be a chance to do a decent amount of damage here, maybe get a whole nother clip in, maybe even push on towards 9,000 damage. Again, bear in mind, there's still a completely unspotted TVP and STRV. Speaking of TVP, there he is, and what happens to the first shot? Ah, there's my RNG back again. Goes straight into a fence post, because why the hell would it not? STRV gets spotted and gets absolutely annihilated by a FE 4005. I really spend a lot of time faffing on that last shell of my clip, and I probably should have just gone for a full reload on that STB. Again, Grill still left alive, and if you look at this point, we've got a K91 rushing the Grill. TVP was just going towards the Grill. There's an STB, there's 4005, Centurion, Death Star, and Artie still in play as well. So I was like, there is absolutely no way I'm doing much more. I'm probably going to get the damage into this STB because, you know, STB. He finishes off the Death Star, which is kind of nice because it then means that I'm able to secure the damage on him. Put one in, put a second one in, finish off the kill. K91 hits the Grill a couple of times, and the Grill is on 1,090 hit points. I've done 8,974 damage. I mean, there's no point in me trying to build tension. You know I do 10k, so you know I do all the damage to him. Put one shot in, and then I need to reload. So I have the entire clip reload of the Kranvagn to be able to reload to try. And it was only about this point in the game that I went, I can hit 10k here. I just quickly did the math, so I was like, I can do 10k here. And the whole time on stream, I was going, this Artie's clearly good. He's got 4 kills. He knows what he's doing. I was like, Artie's going to ruin this for me. Artie's going to ruin this for me. I know Artie's going to ruin this for me. The Grill puts one in. Don't care. I've got enough hit points. Come on. Yeah. And you can see me just... I just went nuts on stream. I was like, come on. First time since 2018, I actually hit 10,000 damage. Granted, we only just hit it. 10,064, but we hit 10,000 damage, and it's kind of nice for me because it knows that I'm still. It tells me that I'm still just as good as I was, if not better than I was a couple of years back. And I actually do think I'm still, even after all this time, getting better at the game. Obviously, next thing for me now, got to try and hit 11k. I've never hit 11,000 damage, and I think it's definitely something I can do. You got to think this game. I could have got an extra shot in at the TVP. I know this is all very much coulda, woulda, shoulda. Could have got a shot into the TVP, the one that hit the fence post. There was a full health 113 that got slapped by a 4005 or a Death Star. And the STRV as well that got slapped by a 4005 and a Death Star. And all you got to think is if they would have just remained a little bit of health, who knows, maybe I could have done 11k. But, nonetheless, 10,000 damage. And it feels good to say that again. I did 10,000 damage. Anyway, that's enough of me waffling. If you have enjoyed the video, guys, I know it's not been the greatest show of World of Tanks skill ever. It was just me kind of shooting stuff. But still, 10,000 damage. Come on. Please make sure you give the video a like. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And let's go take a very quick look at the post-game stats. So, there we go, guys. To top all of that off as well, that was our first mark of excellence in the Kranvagn. I do need to try and mark this thing at some point, but I know it's going to be really hard because the Kranvagn is in such a good state at the minute. It's practically meta-breaking. Like, you see it all the time in ranked. Like, it's one of the main tanks in ranked. Every time you come across one in randoms, they're always so strong. But still, there we go. First mark of excellence, which is nice. Ace tanker, probably unsurprisingly. If this wasn't an ace, I don't know what the hell was. High caliber as well. Again, if this wasn't a high caliber, I don't know what the hell is. 10,064 damage, 4 kills. Didn't get that many kills this game, but still. and only 90 assistance, but that was because we were in a town pretty much, so all the damage that was done. Finished, again, probably quite unsurprisingly, top of the team on damage. That 113 had a good game considering he lost most of his HP. Look, he only took one penetration. That was all he took. He pretty much got one shot. And our 4005 as well, doing a little bit of damage, which is always nice. However, 10,000! Yeah! 1,482 base XP. Fired 26 shots, hit 25, pen 25. The only one that missed was that heat shell that decided that a fence post was its new friend. That is something that you really don't see often in the Kranvagn. The Kranvagn is not the most accurate tank, and that's why I say when you do need a little bit of luck, and that was my little bit of luck. Unfortunately, I'll probably be punished by poor RNG for the rest of my days now that I've had that. That's it for about the next year for me. Yeah, all of that as well in only a 6.5 minute game, which is honestly mad to think that it's an autoloader and you can do that much damage and have that big of an impact on the game. And it didn't even go all the way, or even close to the end. It was only just over a third of the actual the amount of time that the battle could take place. So yeah, that was 10,000 damage for the first time since 2018. So yeah, like I said before, guys, standard YouTuber crap. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. If you like the video, give it a like. Make sure you head over and check out my live stream as well over on Twitch. This game was played on Twitch, so make sure you go give me a follow, or if you feel like supporting me directly, then subscribe on Twitch. But yeah, other than that, thank you all so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.